Welcome everyone. My name is Joelle, and this is your 30-minute yin yoga practice perfect for beginners. So if you've never done yin yoga before, you are in the right place. We'll get started on our backs today. Settling in. I'm not using any props for today's practice, but of course you're welcome to keep a few pillows or yoga blocks nearby if you would like to. And once you've arrived on your back, we'll come into our first posture, which is fallen palm tree. So bringing the sole of the right foot to the inner left leg. You choose how high you bring it up, perhaps to the inside of the thigh or the calf. Reach your left arm up and over and simply rest the back of your left hand to the floor above the head. And if you'd like, you could place your right hand on the belly, noticing how it rises and falls with your slow, steady breaths. And I invite you to close the eyes here, tuning into sensation in the body and mind. And just remaining present with those feelings, observing them and holding the pose. And if you are new to yin yoga, welcome. And this is a style where we hold postures for a few minutes, a much slower style of yoga, more meditative, giving us a chance to turn inwards. So I'll try to leave a lot of silence throughout this video to give you a chance to be with your thoughts, feeling into those sensations you may be experiencing. Wonderful. And then you can start to extend that right leg alongside the left, bringing the right arm up and over your head, resting the back of that hand to the ground. And once you're ready, transitioning to the second side, sole of the left foot to the inner right leg, and perhaps left hand to the belly. So in yin yoga, rather than targeting our muscles as we would in most forms of yoga or exercise, we're looking to target the connective tissues. So yin yoga is wonderful for flexibility or releasing blockages or just promoting a better flow of energy throughout the body. And just invite any tension or discomfort to melt away with your breath. And then you can begin to extend again, both legs, both arms extending far away from each other. And our next posture is called Sleeping Swan. You can plant your left foot flat to the ground and cross your right ankle over your left knee. And perhaps this is enough of a stretching sensation staying right here. Or perhaps you'd like to start pulling the left knee in gently towards the chest, feeling a deep opening in that right hip and glute. And holding on to that left leg with your clasped hands. And as we settle into each pose today, do feel free to shift around a little bit to find whatever is the right posture for you today. Looking to feel a stretch and perhaps just a little bit of discomfort. So about 2/3 of our maximum is what we tend to look for in Yin Yoga. So once you have found that, settling in, allowing thoughts and sensations to come up without judgment, just breathing into an atmosphere of growth and exploration. From here, if you were holding your legs, bring the sole of the left foot back to the mat and let both legs fall as they are over towards the left for an IT band stretch. So the sole of the right foot and the outside of the left knee are resting to the ground or perhaps on a block or pillow. You could choose to open up that right arm, perhaps bending at the elbow, again exploring the pose to make it your own. Our breath is absolutely key to Yin Yoga here, an opportunity to direct the breath into the areas of the body that may be needing it the most. And also a chance to acknowledge any discomfort and ultimately through the breath to allow that discomfort to let go over time. And very slowly rocking the legs back up to center, uncrossing those legs. Maybe extend the right leg out, give it a little shake. Letting go of that posture. And when you are ready, planting the sole of the right foot and crossing left ankle over right knee, staying right there, or pulling the knees in towards the body. Holding on with your hands to the front of the shin or the back of the thigh. Looking for what is sometimes called comfortable discomfort. So we're never looking to push towards any pain in Yin Yoga. We're just again looking for that level of intensity where the body is challenged, but it's never forced into anything that is not right. So you always have the option to come out of a pose earlier if you need to. But otherwise, stay here. Give yourself the opportunity to see how you feel by the end of this practice. Once again, releasing those legs if you were holding them to bring the right foot back to the ground. And then both legs as they are, fall over towards the right, left foot, outer right knee touching the earth. Maybe the left arm opens up to the side or bent at the elbow. You can keep the head turned towards the ceiling or look over your left shoulder if you prefer. I also like to rest my right hand somewhere around the top of the left foot or ankle. So you may like to try that option as well. And if the mind is starting to wander here, maybe take a moment to thank yourself for turning up today, finding time to practice, perhaps a new practice, and something that is done just for you. You can let those legs make their way back up to center, uncrossing, extend the left leg to give it a little shake. And we will very gently turn over to one side to press ourselves up to a seated posture, coming towards our next posture, which is half butterfly. So sole of the right foot towards the inner left leg, just like before. And this time you could stay seated up tall, maybe even seated on a cushion if that feels nice. Or you might begin to inch the hands forwards, letting the upper body be very heavy, releasing the neck, softening the jaw and the shoulders, and noticing if perhaps over time the upper body may sink closer towards the earth. Again, observing wherever it is you feel sensation, and just allowing everything to be as it is, here and now. And if you were folded forwards, beginning to press the hands against the mat, lifting your way back up. And then walk those hands over towards the right, towards your bent knee. And we'll come into swan pose, so a variation of that sleeping swan we did earlier. So propping your way up on fingertips, the heel of the right foot is in towards your left hip, squaring those hips forward with your left leg pointed back. And this can be another opportunity for a block or cushion to slide underneath that right hip if it's lifted, just to give yourself that little bit of extra support. So by gently stretching our connective tissues and our fascia today, we're helping them get longer and stronger. And then coming out of that one, bringing the soles of both feet together, knees out wide, just fluttering those knees up and down a few times. Just again letting that go. And then extending right leg out, sole of the left foot comes in for that half butterfly. Finding length in the spine to sit up tall, or perhaps just crawling your way forwards into any amount of forward fold that is right for you. Feeling yourself sink with every exhale. If you were folded over, planting the palms to the earth to press your way back up. And we'll walk the hands over towards your left knee, extending the right leg behind you as you come towards this swan posture on the second side. Propping up on fingertips or flat palms. We won't be here quite as long. A very intense stretching sensation for many of us. And once you're there, do try to avoid fidgeting or moving around, rather focusing on the breath, feeling your ribs expand on the inhale and melt in on the exhale. Take one final inhale here. And exhale to come out of the posture. Making our way to hands and knees, shaking it off a little bit, wagging the tail from side to side. And then lowering yourselves onto your stomach. We'll come into a half shoelace posture with the arms, sliding the left arm underneath the body and resting your forehead to the back of the right forearm. So the left arm is underneath the chest with the palm of that left hand turned down. And the right forearm is simply bent in front of you, or you can keep it off to the side and bring the forehead to a pillow if that's more comfortable. You might like to widen the legs a little bit, no tension in the lower back here. Giving yourself permission to be still here for a few moments, permission to rest and to let go. Wonderful. Let's press our way back up, coming into a Sphinx posture, resting on both forearms, just for a few deep breaths here, rebounding from the intensity of that last posture, with the heart reaching forwards. And then finding the second side, the right arm will slide underneath the body, palm down, and perhaps resting the forehead to the back of the left forearm. And beginning to lift your way up, simply turning over onto your back for Shavasana, our final resting posture. Most important posture of all, as you extend both legs away from you. Palms of the hands can turn up, releasing the body, releasing the mind, releasing the breath. A few moments of quiet here. And bringing yourself back to this moment, wiggling fingers and toes. You could turn the head from side to side a few times. Maybe stretch the entire body out. And whenever you're ready, turning again to one side, making your way to any comfortable seat, settling the upper body on top, lengthening the crown of the head up towards the sky, and noticing how this practice may have left you feeling. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'm very grateful that you practiced with me today. I will leave links to related practices in the description box below, including a video that explains a little bit more about what Yin Yoga is and what are the benefits of it. Please do leave me a comment if this was your first time practicing Yin Yoga or if you are new to this practice. I would love to help out if I can. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for future practices together. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day.